Hello and welcome to episode 121 of VocTerGaming. I am your host, the vocal terrorist, Jesse Rain, and I am really ill, which is why there was no video yesterday, but there will be two today, I can promise you that. We are going to get to the end of this game, of course. Started last week. This is game 2 of the best of 3 series from the last MLG Winter Arena. First up is our Protoss player. He is in blue and he is already one game up. His name is FXOz. And our red Zerg opposing him. He is of course one of the most controversial players in Starcraft history. He is on Team Evil Geniuses. He is one game down. His name is EGIdrA. So we saw from Tuesday, the test I did with the graphics was pretty awesome, and it turns out I can give you widescreen because my converter only does widescreen. However, because of that, it completely cut the top of the screen off. So what I'm trying instead is recording in windowed mode with it set to a widescreen resolution, so it looks absolutely tiny to me. Or not tiny, but a lot smaller than I'm used to. Hopefully this will work. Until I can get a widescreen monitor. So, on the back of that, as we see EGIdrA going pull first there, while Oz scouts that, so he knows exactly what's going on. On the back of that, since I don't have a lot of money, if you guys know where to get a decent widescreen LCD monitor from, fairly cheap, please let me know. I don't have a lot of space, it doesn't need to be a big one. My current monitor is 19 inches, so around that sense, between 19 and 20 odd, you know, would be perfectly fine. So please keep your eyes peeled. If you see anything going cheap, let me know. Thank you very much. So now back to this game. Oz is expanding, dropping a forge with that. That is pretty standard against Zerg. We are, of course, on the GSL map dual site, which is pretty sexy. EGIdrA himself is expanding very quickly. That's fine. He's got his spawning pool out. He's safe from anything Oz wishes to do. By the way, if my mouse skills are slightly off, I'm wearing a wrist restraint. It is actually not working very well, and it is restricting my hand more than anything, because my wrist is really bad. In fact, excuse me, I'm going to take it off. There we go. That is a lot better now. I'll put it back on when I am done. So, we see cannons going up and gateways at Oz's base. He is walling off. Generally, what you do against Zerg, it means if the Zerg wants to run by, he has to run all the way around this area, while the cannon can shoot the Zerglings. So it's quite a few extra shots off that you otherwise would not get. Zerglings now are going to chase down this probe. As it is, interestingly, Zerglings, before speed, are exactly as fast as workers. So the only time they will actually catch your workers is when you add an extra click, because they turn, and in turning, they slow down ever so slightly, and the Zerglings catch up enough to hit them once. Now we see a third hatchery going down from EGIdrA, going quick expand, high economy here. EGIdrA is very well known for this. He loves to drone heavily, often droning so heavily that he loses games. He just absolutely loves to drone, and then play into the late game. But he has been known to do earlier aggression. Perhaps this could be high economy into banelings. We used to see that quite a long time ago. That was always fun. I just used to love watching that. I love banelings. But that's generally a versus Terran strategy. It's not something I think we're going to see here. Now, the first upgrade is going down. That is ground weapons level 1 for the Protoss. No Evo chamber yet for EGIdrA, so he's going to fall behind on upgrades fairly rapidly. But you expect that to happen, because Protoss just hit those upgrades so hard. Quite often you even see double forge and the like. Not a lot happening out on the map at the moment. We have EGIdrA controlling both the Xel'Naga watchtowers, and Overlords being positioned in nice places looking for anything that's going to come down. We have drones transferring now to this third base. It is finally finished. So expect to see EGIdrA drone pretty heavily, and then really start to bang out some units. We have a Roach Warren on the way. These two Zerglings are going to take down this probe, or not, going to chase it away at the very least. That pylon will finish though, it's at the halfway point. Oh, never mind, the The Zerglings are going to leave it to kill that pylon. Excellent choice. We have 2 more gateways going up here for Oz. We have a 3rd over here, so he is heavily gating. It's going to allow him to get some units out. Zergling speed is on the way. We have a spine crawler, interestingly. I wonder where that is. That is to protect the 3rd base from any kind of harass. Since we saw that pylon, we do have zealots warping in. We have another pylon that is finished by the watchtower. We have a forward pylon attempting to be put down here. These Zerglings can take it out, but we have a lot more zealots coming in, so that pylon is gonna finish. Interesting. More and more units being warped in. Photon cannons as well. Yeah, I do not see this going too well for EGIdrA. He's roaching hard now, adding 6 roaches to his army, but a Twilight Council is going down for Oz. He's warping in more sentries. We do have spine crawlers finishing though. We have another one burying here, the one that's already finished. Nice force field on the Queen, traps it, but it means the zealots can't hit it. So in fact, completely safe from assault. And the roaches now coming out should take this down quite effectively. That is a ton of roaches. So EGIdrA has held this 3rd base very, very well. Even cancels that spine crawler. Just does not need it. So there we go. EGIdrA with a huge advantage now because he's still on 3 base. He did not lose it. He lost nothing of importance there. Even managed to cancel that 2nd spine crawler that was building. So now Oz going Dark Templar. Where is he hiding that? There. Not so much hidden, but right in the middle of his base is the Dark Shrine. But EGIdrA is moving out now with this force of roaches. Look at the massive units streaming in towards Oz's base right now. Speedlings attempt to run in. Good force up there, and this is a nice wall off. This is going to give Oz an advantage. But Oz just doesn't have the units. The Dark Shrine isn't finished. It's not even halfway finished, so there are no Dark Templar because he doesn't need vision. EGIdrA is going to destroy this 2nd base. There is just no way right now for Oz to stop it. He just doesn't have the units right now to hold this off. He needed those Dark Templar earlier, and unfortunately they are not here. What he needed was for that attack to do a lot more damage than it did. All these probes are going to die now. So EGIdrA is going to be on 3 base against 1 base. Look at all these probes dying now. Oh, hideous. And in fact, Oz GG's as 25 workers go down. EGIdrA levels the game 1-all, and we will be back later today, in fact, with the final game of this series. Thank you very much for watching. I'm not going to talk too much now because I've got another video to do and I'm still really, really ill. So, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all again later today.